All right, everyone, welcome back. It's time for our weekly AI news roundup. And this week has been pretty wild.
Yeah, it really
We've
has.
got everything from, like, Amazon experimenting with AI for dubbing movies to a
Ah.
potential, like, $10 billion AI startup.
Oh, yeah. Things are heating up.
It's a lot to unpack.
It is, yeah.
So let's just dive right in, okay?
Let's do it.
So first up, Amazon, right?
Yeah.
They're apparently testing out AI to dub movies and shows on Amazon Prime Video.
Yeah, that's right.
Which, I mean, could you imagine? Like, if that actually works?
Oh, it would be huge.
That would be huge.
Especially for international content.
Right.
Imagine being able to watch, foreign films without having to wait for those dubs or even rely on subtitles.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, it could make localizations so much faster, more efficient,
right.
way more accessible to a global audience, right?
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Like, think about all those, like, critically acclaimed international films that everyone's always talking about, but, never actually get around to watching because of the subtitle barrier or the lack of dubbing.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, I know I've definitely been guilty of that.
Right.
But the question is, will audiences be receptive to AI-generated voices?
Right.
I mean, is it going to feel, as authentic as a human performance?
Yeah, that's a good point. It's tough to say, right? Because there's there's a certain artistry to voice acting, right?
Uh-huh.
Capturing those nuances of emotion and delivery and all that.
Right. Like, can AI really replicate that?
Right. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see how AI evolves to address that challenge.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But even if it doesn't, like perfectly replicate a human performance,
Right.
it could still like significantly broaden access to content, right?
Definitely, yeah.
Which I think is like a really exciting prospect.
Yeah, for sure.
So, okay, moving on. Google, of course, right? I was going to talk about Google.
Right.
They're, unsurprisingly, integrating even more AI into online shopping.
Yeah, not surprising at all.
We're talking like personalized recommendations, virtual try-ons, and smarter search.
Oh, for sure. They're all about that.
I mean, which, okay, on the one hand, it is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Right? Like the way they can kind of predict what you're looking for.
Right. It's almost like a little creepy sometimes.
Right. But on the flip side, it also raises some concerns, right? Like data privacy,
Right.
the potential for algorithms to be biased.
Right.
And all that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, all right, switching gears a bit. Let's talk about job offshoring. Always a fun topic.
Oh, yeah. That's always a lively discussion.
So Lloyd's Banking Group, they're expanding tech operations in India.
Oh.
But at the same time, they're cutting IT jobs in the UK.
Right.
And, this isn't just Lloyd's, right? This is like kind of a bigger trend we're seeing with a lot of companies, especially in finance,
right,
seeking out, cost-effective tech talent in regions like India.
Absolutely.
So, on the one hand, I guess it does allow companies to, like, stay competitive and potentially offer better services.
Yeah.
Right?
But, I mean, on the other hand, it leads to job displacement and a lot of economic anxiety in those home countries,
Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely a complex issue.
Very complex, yeah, and no easy answers.
Definitely not. Okay, let's lighten things up a bit.
Okay.
We've got an AI startup that's aiming for a $10 billion valuation.
Yo, 10 billion.
10 billion.
That's a lot of zeros.
It's a lot of zeros. And it's backed by A16Z.
Oh, wow.
Which, if you're not familiar, they're like one of the biggest venture capital firms in Silicon Valley.
Yeah, they've got a pretty good track record.
Right, like early investments in, Facebook, Airbnb.
Yeah, all the big names.
All the big names.
Yeah.
So the fact that they're like, putting their money behind this definitely adds some intrigue.
It definitely does.
But it's also like it just speaks to the confidence.
Yeah.
Right? That investors have in the AI sector right now.
Absolutely. I mean, this level of valuation,
right,
it might seem kind of audacious to some,
but
it really reflects just how high those expectations are, for AI's potential to, like, completely revolutionize industries and just generate massive returns.
Right. I mean, it'll be fascinating to see, like, do they live up to the hype?
Right. Can they deliver?
Can they deliver?
I'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Okay, speaking of groundbreaking, we've got Anthropic.
Okay.
They're launching a platform to, like, make AI more accessible across organizations.
Interesting.
Right. So not just, like, within the tech teams, but for everyone, which is kind of a cool idea.
It is, yeah. Like the
That
idea is to really democratize AI, you know? Make it a tool that anyone can use
right.
to boost their productivity and enhance collaboration.
Right. So you could have like marketing teams using it to create, hyper-targeted campaign.
All right, it could,
HR using it to, streamline talent acquisition, that
yeah.
kind of thing.
It opens up a lot of possibilities.
It does, yeah. But it
Okay.
also, it kind of brings up some, concerns as well,
Hmm.
right? Like,
Well,
as AI becomes more integrated into decision-making across all these different departments,
right.
data security, responsible use, all of that becomes even more critical.
Right. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. The broader the implementation, the more crucial it is to establish those clear guidelines and
Hmm.
safeguards to ensure it's used ethically and responsibly.
Yeah, it's a good reminder that as AI continues to evolve, we really need to be thinking about, like, not just what it can do,
Right.
but also, like, the implications, right?
Yeah,
And how to use it responsibly.
for sure. Yeah.
Okay. And last but not least, let's head over to the realm where fantasy meets technology.
Oh, okay. I like where this is going.
So we've got Infinite Realms,
Mm-hmm.
and they're using AI to transform fantasy novels into immersive, interactive game worlds.
Whoa, so you're telling me I can actually step into the pages of my favorite fantasy novel?
That's the idea.
Oh, that's amazing.
It's pretty cool, right?
Yeah, it's like blurring the line between reading and gaming, you know?
Right.
Giving fans this totally unique way to engage with the stories they love.
Yeah, totally. Like,
Yeah.
imagine, living inside those intricate worlds,
Right.
interacting with the character.
Yeah. Which book would you choose, though?
Oh, that's a tough
So
one.
many possibilities.
I know, right? So many good ones.
Yeah.
But beyond just, like, the entertainment factor,
Yeah.
it also, it raises some questions, right?
Hmm.
About AI's role in storytelling,
Yeah.
the originality of AI-generated content.
Right. Like, is AI truly creating something new? Or is it just remixing existing elements?
Right. Like, where's the line between human creativity and, AI's ability to generate content?
That's a big question.
It is a big question, and one that, I think is going to become even more relevant as AI-generated content just, becomes more prevalent.
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely an area to watch
Oh, absolutely.
as AI's capabilities just keep expanding.
Absolutely.
Right.
It has. We covered the practical applications, the ethical considerations, those mind-blowing breakthroughs. It's a lot to process.
It is, but it's so important to stay informed and, keep those conversations going.
Absolutely. And we hope this deep dive has given you some food for thought, about the role of AI in shaping our world. So stay curious, everyone. Stay informed, and join us tomorrow evening for our next episode where we'll delve even deeper into the world of artificial intelligence. Until then, keep exploring.